They're in GTA. Cops are fucking NPCs. You know what I'm saying? They got guns, they got tanks. Depending how many stars you got. So my point really is you gotta watch out for these people. What's up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a beautiful and blessed day. Let's get straight into the video. So today I'm going to talk about NPCs, non-playable characters. What is an NPC? Are you an NPC? How to tell what are NPCs? Should you try to even awaken them? Should you try to wake them up from their non-playable character assness? So I just want to say, just because somebody isn't spiritual, or they're not really conspiratorial, or they're not really like a conspiracy theories type of person, doesn't mean they're an NPC. I know many people who I would consider not NPCs, and they're not spiritual. They're not into chakras. They're not into all these things, even though I think that they should be into it. Just because they don't believe or they're really not into these type of things doesn't necessarily mean that they're an NPC. I'll go more into what actually qualifies as an NPC. So what an NPC is what it stands for is a non-playable character. When you're playing GTA 5 or any other game, you got people who walk around and they're non-playable characters. They don't even know that they're in a video game. So if you're playing as like Franklin or some shit and you throwing bazookas and all this shit, you just got other people running around and screaming, and they don't know that they're in a video game. They don't know, or they're not aware that they're in a matrix. Kind of get where I'm going here. So because they aren't aware in the matrix, they kind of don't know how it works. They don't understand that really your beliefs create your reality. They don't understand the fabrics of the matrix, what goes into the matrix, what goes into the simulation, and the divine truth that we are all one. They don't recognize these things. So how can you tell if somebody's an actual NPC? Well, one way is to tell is they are opposed to spiritual knowledge. You see, I said earlier that just because somebody doesn't really necessarily aren't into it doesn't mean they're an NPC. But if somebody's really opposed to it and maybe even disgusted by it, then that's kind of a surefire way to know they're NPC, because they don't even want to bring it into the atmosphere. You see, even if you are Christian or you are atheist or you are agnostic, a lot of people have a certain recognition of the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm isn't anything crazy. It's really just recognizing that there are other dimensions layer on top of this third dimensional realm. If somebody is really opposed to that idea that we are in the third dimension and you are just recognizing the fourth dimension, and they don't even want to recognize the fourth dimension, that's a surefire way to know that they're NPC. Because even a scientist could tell you that there is a fourth dimension. So if they're really opposed to this means that maybe they are a very third dimensional person. Their beliefs and what they understand goes to a certain height and it doesn't go past that. That's one of the ways that you can tell if somebody's an NPC. They are very opposed to spiritual knowledge. You try to tell them something and they are disgusted by it. They are very opposed to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They give that type of energy. They give that type of vibe off. If they are very into, I'm going to say, the news cycle, or they're very materialistic and they are very interested in some things. Now I'm a Capricorn, right? So I like my materialistic things. I like my money, I like my food, I like my car, I like these certain things, but I still have a certain recognition that all these things aren't gonna last long. But you see, for an NPC, they attach themselves to these third dimensional things and they keep it within them. They keep it close. You know what I'm saying? It's the type of person to always talk about, females or some shit like that. Oh, I wanna fuck this bitch, or oh bro, have you seen this female? Oh bro, I wanna fuck, you know what I'm saying? Them type of niggas. We all know them type of niggas, right? They're the type of person always talk about, new shoes or some shit like that. There's nothing wrong with liking new shoes. There's nothing wrong, but is that your center of reality? Is that the only thing you focus on? Are you only focusing on materialistic, third dimensional things? Do you even care about what happens after you die, nigga? Do you even care about motherfucking how this world came to be? How Earth even started? Who is God if there is one? Do you even ask them yourself these questions? And I'm really saying that the way you can tell somebody is an NPC is these questions don't even come into their mind. They were here to serve the third dimension. To wrap it up, it's the way you can tell somebody's an NPC. They're very attached to third dimensional things, whether that be lust, whether that be, money, materialistic shit, just materialistic shit. They don't matter. It's all gonna be gone after you die. You're not gonna have any of this shit, right? Can you actually help an NPC? Because I have a belief that not everyone's an NPC, and you may think someone's an NPC, but they're actually not. So the best way to help an NPC is to really just give them seeds. Now, I had a best friend who was an NPC. As I got more and more spiritual, I realized that he was an NPC because I'd have conversations with him and he just reflected. He'd go to the next thing. Oh, did you know your beliefs create your reality, bro? And all this crazy shit and reincarnation and all this shit. And he'd be like, bro, did you see this like bitch on Instagram, bro? She has a fat ass, dog. And I slowly realized, okay, this nigga's not really, we not clicking. So can you help him? You can try. The best thing to do really is just sow seeds in their mind. You shouldn't come in hot. You can't come in hot with these type of people. You really have to come in with the type of mindset of matching their level of intelligence, or better yet, their level of, spiritual knowledge or conspiratorial knowledge. So match them their level, but go a little bit higher. Go a little bit higher. Another way you can tell somebody is an NPC is they try to put certain agendas that they believe upon you. You'll be walking into the store, right? And they'll be saying some shit like, oh, bro, you didn't bring your mask, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like I'm being for real, bro. Like some shit like that. Like, oh, bro, you gotta put your mask like over your nose. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would just say shit that the news says, that the news tells them to say. They are third dimensional soldiers. That's what NPCs are, man. They're just third dimensional soldiers. So the negativities of an NPC is that archons can possess them, especially depending on, what are they lusting after. If they're lusting after things like alcohol, alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Spirit in a bottle. No, that's a whole nother video, but yeah, bro. Alcohol comes from the word alcohol. Alcohol means spirit eating demon. You drinking something that's called a spirit eating demon, but that's a whole nother video. My point really is that if they are attached to things of this nature, drugs, archons can possess them, and if you run into them on your journey of life, they can actually try to hinder your progress. They can do something that's, mean, or put you in very low vibration. They can just do things that put you in a low vibration. They can say things that put you in a low vibration. You can always control your vibration. You can always control what you feel. But if somebody called you ugly every single day, then obviously that's not gonna make you feel too great, no matter no matter what spiritual attainment that you have gained. So you gotta watch out for these people. You think that they're not gonna do nothing, but motherfucking in GTA, Some NPCs got a gun. They're in GTA. Cops are fucking NPCs. You know what I'm saying? They got guns, they got tanks, you know, depending how many stars you got. My point really is you gotta watch out for these people. Try to have a deep conversation with, you know, everybody you know. You don't have to, you know, first thing you meet somebody, just instantly talk about some crazy shit. But you should try to work up to that. To see kind of where their level of consciousness is at. Because who knows, they could be an NPC, man. Who knows? And if they are an NPC, they could actually hinder your progress. They could actually put you in a lower vibrational state where you don't reach the level that you really want to reach. But to wrap this video up, I do want to say this, is that love no matter what. So we can call people NPCs, we can call people bots, we can call people unwoke, we can call people whatever we want. But at the end of the day, the creator, which is you know, don't separate yourself from the creator. But anyways, the creator put them on this earth for a reason. The creator is still experiencing them as well as it experiencing you. The creator wanted to know so much and learn so much and experience so much that it even wants to experience an incarnation of itself that doesn't realize that it is itself. So you have to love these people no matter what. And it's really a tragedy that somebody doesn't realize the true power they hold. See, I read a quote that said, "We're not afraid of not having power. We're afraid of knowing that we have too much power." Or some shit like that. I'm gonna pop it up because I know I fucked that one up.
You tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try. You're right in the butt.
But you get what I'm saying, man. You gotta love everybody no matter what. No matter what. You always have to have a baseline of love for everyone because everyone is divine. Everyone comes from the creator as well as you. I really hope you guys resonated with the words I spoke on today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please tell me what you thought about the video. But I'll see you on the next one.